Hello and welcome to this monster party. Since it's a battle against discipline, you'll understand how we're not quite ready yet on this end. But maybe this will help make that more bearable.
Shot chaser.
Hey, Joseph.
Hey baby, are you keeping your love? Think she's so sly, this one. Yeah, I have had my eye for long enough. She's living it up in a blissed out inferno. She's living it up. I feel like this is dangerous. I feel like this is dangerous. You never gonna stop us. We don't have to be in love tonight, but you won't forget me. I'm addicted to the dark side. With the smell of me. I'm living it up in a blissed out inferno. I'm living it up. I feel like this is dangerous. I feel like this is dangerous. Just swallow your pride before you fall again. Don't bother me. You're never gonna stop us. Let's go. We don't have to. I feel like I'm addicted to the. This is dangerous. We don't have to. This is dangerous. I feel
Oh, it's Lenny and Pete and Joseph and Magic. Good. Welcome. One more time. This is from a guy I used to know, who now is M-Wave, or was this summer, when he made that song. Okay. Wait, whoa. Oh, what's going on here? What's this here? What's that? Oh, this is the monster. We're doing a monster party. I don't know if any of you, this is, all you new people aren't going to know what this is, and it's pretty, I don't know, it's a little something special, but since we're doing this now, I guess we'll let somebody come in and play if they want to. This whole monster party thing is a game where we come together and fight terrible monsters such as sloths, and he's got a big arm, and some of the dream eaters. I've made these new cards, which I'll have to go over here and upload as an overlay under brand, and I can turn on some. While we do that, add an overlay. These are the things, if you would have scheduled it for 4 hours out instead of 2, you might have done in time. So I haven't done them for all the monsters yet, and I haven't even cut out the what is the? Oh, there he is. Oh, but check out these new monster cards. Okay, feeding the ducks. A little quieter, a little relaxed. Okay, yeah. So I thought this. What? What? Oh, it's an overlay, Jackal. You can't show up. So I don't know. I thought these would be helpful at some point. Oh, hi everybody. How's your Monday? I don't know. I wasn't planning on doing a monster party, but then I saw that it had been like a really long time since there had been one, and it was the 12th, and it was like 7/12, and I was like 12 is the number of disciples, and discipline is the son of a, and that could be a monster we fight in Monster Party, and now here we are. Here we are trying to have one more time a monster party. Brilliant. Thanks for lurking. So the thing is, some of you have been around enough to know what a monster party is, or have already participated in one of the playtests. Fatigue, what are you doing up here? But for those of you who haven't, I suppose we should do these. Oh man, can you run like 10 minutes or something and just get yourself straightened out? No, you're supposed to. First roll bindings is a thing. It was you should have made it scroll though. Hi everybody, how's your Monday? That's gonna be it. That's part of it. We're gonna be doing those. Oh yes, Blue Wizard is about to die. Third wave. Welcome. Have you ever attended a monster party? We can. All right. So that's the thing. I got more banners to make here. Let me run some of what Vereki dropped today because it was pretty hot sauce. And if I time it, if I grab just the right part, it'll be sweet. This is probably not it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll be right with you, ladies and gentlemen. Please edify yourself with this material. Meanwhile.
Am I on the right track still for your queries?
Totally. I'm finding this very fascinating, Kevin.
Okay.
So now the other end, you can't stay on fire. So, like, how do you guide your students? Because I take it that you want them to live more on fire, but you can't live always on fire. And so, what's the guidance you give about that?
Well, in the specific sort of teaching creative process, that fire part is only one strand of the consciousness that I'm interested in, and I make it very explicit that that's your relationship to these things are temporal, right? You're going to be in there just for a little while, and I put time frames on them like quite explicitly because you're not going to sustain this thing forever. And so the judge that we've sort of pushed aside for a while will be invited back, and I invite back quite quickly. So we'll do a quick, I call them wild minds, like a quick wild mind.
Yeah.
And then I'll grab their attention again. I say, okay, I want you to put that consciousness aside. Let's invite the judge in now. Read what you just wrote. And, the judge, she acts real quickly too. Just find 2 or 3 phrases that you think, and I'll give them some kind of boundaries that sound cool, moments that just sort of like feel a little bit more interesting, cool, sweet, and just like a highlighter pen.
Right.
So it's a different, immediately you're sort of transforming your, the landscape of what you just did. You set up the fire and then you walk away and then you look at the fire and you go, oh, I could adjust some things here. Yeah, and so like some of the things that might come out of in a wild mind would just be like one line. Well, that line may be the beginning of something later. Like we'll plant that seed for an activity down the road. It might be a prompt for a character that we're going to build into a film, or it might be right. Yeah, there's another trick that that's really successful for me is like not knowing where the hell it's going. Like we do all these sort of explorer activities, and I explicitly do them in such a way that it's like what we've arrived at is a bunch of random cool sounding things that have no meaning. And then within 10 minutes, I can say, okay, look at it this way. So here's a list of words. I'll say, come up with a cool band name from all of those things. It's just random words that we just came up with. And the landscape of that list shifts immediately, and people could say, oh, that's a cool band name. That's a cool band name. Right. And then I'll get the kids to like, okay, so Johnny said Lip Service is a cool band name. And then I say, okay, in your mind's eye, and I maybe talk to a partner, it's like, build the band. What are they? What kind of music do they play? What's the instrumentation? Design the logo that is on the thing, and it's like, I use the word logos for this. It's like, it will develop in front of you. Like if we have faith in the band Lip Service, it will come to you. And when you feel that happening, like respect how cool that is. Like that is really cool that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
This is like 8 minutes, right? Of a lesson. Boom, you do it once. And then everybody's come up with different band names.
That's typical. Thanks for coming by, Perry. Okay. It is a creative writing class. Yes, we are approaching the dreaded monetization review. We are approaching the dreaded monetization review, and I don't know what they're gonna find. And I thought, maybe if you did one of your lame-o monster parties, then you'd lose some and you'd have some more time to start. So, hi everybody. The daydreaming. Let's do daydreaming. The virtually not alone monster parties are in service to the whole spirit of virtually not alone, which is normally shown as this bubble up here for the branding bubble. But given the holiday season, I thought the Keck Hat Frog was a more appropriate logo. But the virtually not alone experience, where our virtual solitary confinement. Thank Sylvia wants to be on screen now. Yes, I think you can. Hey, Sylvia, come here. Come here. I'll let you out, but they have to see you first. They're asked. They don't believe you exist. I think. Oh, gee, wow. Yeah. Yeah. So, see what this cat does to me? Here, look at this cool Goose logo real quick. Sylvia. Okay. Have a cat. Just have a cat, guys. It's a good time. Okay, so what happens is this. It had to be kept really simple because, like, there's the delay between me asking and the chat people saying things. So it's a very simple game where the only involvement from the members of the Hive Mind chat that's required is to choose between a regular attack and a super attack. Super easy to play, but we do get to come together and play. And that helps us be virtually not alone. Bink. 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 So, but it does require me to get 4 volunteers from the chat, and given that there's 7 of you, that's gonna be awesome. If we don't, I'll cry and run away, and we'll just call it that happened. But what it is this could be you, and then we bind with each of the powers of the dice and what's called the first roll, and that determines the strength of, as you bind with the forces of survival, social, wisdom, or heart. The binding itself is determined. The strength of the binding is determined by a die roll we call the first roll, and that involves these fancy power meters come into play. And, well, you'll all see, I suppose, right? Whoa. To herd or not to herd? We'll signal whenever you decide. Well, so the way it works is we usually like have people fight over whether they want to play at all, and then if they want to bind with survival, social, wisdom, or heart. But so in order for that to happen, these 4 forces combine together and open the Lobster Monkey portal, Lobster Monkey Manifold portal, through which we are summoned people. So is there anybody in the chat willing to face off? I think we're just gonna fight our good friends Fatigue and Sloth today, since those are the ones Apathy and Sloth today, since those are the ones I made the cards for. They've been defeated hundreds of times. I mean, we can do it. It's easy peasy. Easy. Oh, goodness. All right, Lenny's in. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Where is it? Up here. It's up here. Bloop. Doc is now Lenny. Since you were the first to volunteer successfully, I'll give you the choice of which of the four powers to bind with. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart, Lenny. Choose! Oh, Magic's claiming heart. She's coming in. Here, we have to spin it. What? Magic coming in to bind with heart once again. That's good. People don't... Like, it's the healer, you know? Oh, Dust is coming in survival. Lenny's choosing wisdom. Lenny over here. Come on in, Dust. Boom. Duck, dust now, buddy. Haunting survivalist. One more victim. Nobody wants to be the social wizard fireball. You gonna do it, Coco? I'm telling you, whoever picks this yellow die, guys, they get to do the fireball. It's amazing. Here it is before the binding. When the first roll binding happens, this might be increased in size and strength. But first, we need Joseph. Joseph, do you volunteer to? It's social wizardry. You don't have to. Oh, okay. Well, we could have the Rancor do it. That was from D&D Friday. Not the game I run, but I did make this for it. Okay, gonna have a Rancor play the social fireball. Oh yeah, well, it's fine. Fireballs aren't worth socialism. All right, here we'll just say it's Goose then. And if your connection, I have to move on. I don't know what else to do. Okay, now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the first roll bindings. We'll have Dust bind with survival. Well, no. What we're going to do is we're going to have Magic bind with Heart first. And I can tell you why. But it's because when the first roll binding happens with the Heart power, it affects the hit points of everybody. And I might as well do that first, is the thing. So, as Magic binds with the Heart die, which in our system is the Nebula die, the first roll of the binding is... Oh, wait, you were supposed to turn... Yeah, we're doing the... Oh, great. Great, that goes right over the... Oh. All right, so much for those. 12 on the power meter goes into the first, the second, the third box, because the meter, it's 1 to 5, and all right, well, all right. Nobody labeled these appropriately, but every time you see these meters here, it goes like this. This part here is from 1 to 4, right, and then 5 to 9, and then 10 to 14, and 15, right, and then 20 is this big one over here. That's for all the banners. Sorry, I didn't make the thing. I'm sorry. But so the 12 on the binding is 40 hit points for everybody on the Magic's first roll binding with the Heart die. Thank you, Magic. We'll do Wisdom next. Okay, so everybody gets 40 more hit points. That brings Dust up to 60 out of 60. The maybe Joseph Ward, maybe somebody else. Goose, Social Fireball, Wizard, also up to 60. Lenny, Wisdom Modifier, 60. Also, wouldn't it be neat if this was automated already? Stop it. Okay, and now we'll do the first roll binding of Lenny to the Wisdom die, which is, am I muted? Which is this meter here, which will determine the, yes, that's the one. But the superpower of the Wisdom character, in this case Lenny, is this virtually not alone Wisdom modifier bubble here. And in the first roll binding, it modifies the size and power of the bubble thusly. Oh, that was almost a 4. Did you guys see that? So the first roll binding of Lenny to the power of wisdom results in an 18. And as we can see on this meter here, that's 1 to 5, or 1 to 4, 5 to 10, 5. Anyway, 18 is plus 5, which gives us a, wait, where am I? There I am. Which gives us a plus 5 size modifier to the wisdom bubble, which affects, so if you're in the wisdom bubble when it's active, and now it is 5 times, it's 5 increments bigger. Because apparently wisdom and Lenny bind well. So now when in combat, you must be within the wisdom modifier bubble, where you might get a bonus as much as plus 8 during the fight. All right, so that's how that works. So, Dust, let's bind you to the survival die, shall we? For that first roll, we use this red one here. Also an 18. Way to go there, Dust. That uses, however, the survival modifier, where these little asterisks are targets taunted on a good enough roll. But in this instance, it's the amount of additional hit points he gets, since his special ability is a taunt, which makes the bad guys attack him. 18 is 60 additional hit points for him. And the next die is the social one. And hide this, and 60 additional hit points. Here, there you go. Oh, where'd the HP go? Oh, there it is. All right. So now, yes. Okay, so here, Goose or Joe is now binding with the social die, and similarly to the wisdom modifier bubble, the first roll binding for the social power determines the size and strength of the social flame fireball. At level 0, it does 20 damage and is that big, but with a first roll binding of 14, it increases the damage or the size by 3 and the damage by 20, default by 20, and it gets an additional damage on that meter when used in combat. So the defaults are, oh wait, no, not that one. Here, you sit here for a second. You got to go in here, Grim. Yeah, and here, and then that button. 1, 2, 3 times bigger and 40 points of damage now instead of 20. And now we can bring out the monsters. This will be what it's like used. When used, it now does that instead of this. Thanks to the first roll binding. We've made it. We've made it through the first roll binding, and now the party can assemble as it faces off against the villain of the moment. The Gobbler. No, not the Gobbler. Not the Gobbler. Here, let's just have a nice little round against Apathy, shall we? Just a nice little fight with Apathy. You guys know Apathy. You're familiar? Apathy, has this effect in combat. His regular attack is a huge rock fist that smashes lazily into a single target for 15 points of damage. But if he's not been taunted, he could use his power move, Waves of Apathy, that sap the party of vital life energy for 10 damage, and require a 15 to save against. So that is quite the battle we'll be facing today. Let's check in with the chat and see if we're ready. Cobbler. All right. Joseph has fallen under the peer pressure. And now, Joe. You want to be Joe? You want to be Joseph? Joseph. That's what you are. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in regular D&D, we'll do an initiative. But Apathy doesn't really care. if he goes first or not. So the party gets to go first. And I'll need from each member of the party a decision now, whether or not to use whether to use your regular attack or your special move. The special move for Dust the Survivalist, if you'll recall, is an additional damage and potential taunt based on a roll of the die versus a regular attack, which does 10 damage. For the Social Flame, the Fireball is the special move, and the regular attack is a ranged attack that looks like this. Choo, 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 and can do a maximum of 5 points of damage. The Poor Wisdom Fellow, however, has a melee attack and must be close, which, you know, if you run over here and then do your bubble, not everyone will be in it. So these things, get over here. And then Magic's superpower is to heal, according to this healing meter here. Oh, but the power meter, anybody in that bubble will roll the die and they'll get that bonus to their saves versus the thing and their attack rolls. It's a big round bonus, you know. Good luck, gamers. This is the official symbol for the game for a regular attack. If you're a player and would like to do a regular attack and you're comfortable making emojis, the one Magic is showing is the one that does that. We use something else for special. I'm terrible with emojis. I can't really show you guys. Taunting apathy seems like the key. It would prevent the waves of apathy. You'll have to use your special move in order to taunt Dust. Is that so? Instead of using this symbol, please indicate either with an emoji or saying special move if you'd like to use a special move or your regular attack. I also need from Blenny and Joe regular or specials. And this is the part of the show where I normally would run a clip, but I just don't have it in me today, guys. Martin's recommending a regular and will serve as... Why is apathy so angry? I fed it to the... Yeah, well, I do. I'm very generous with player positioning when it comes, since it's such a difficult thing to do from chat, Lenny. I'll maximize everybody's effectiveness. So that we have a regular attack from everybody except from Dust, who will be using the special move. So let's now we whip out the dice and bring everybody in to resolve. The survival bound Dust is represented by this red die here. This is not the roll. This is just getting the dice out. The wisdom bound Lenny is represented by this blue die here. The socially bound Joseph is represented by the iron die here. And the heart of magic is represented by the nebula die here. And now we shall roll the attack rolls and power move of Dust by pressing this button. Oh, Lenny's with a fumble on that attack. Joseph with a 15, that's a hit. Dust with a 6 on the power meter. We'll resolve that in a second. Magic with a 19. That was a 19 we all saw. So Magic's ranged attack. Hits for 5. Joseph's ranged attack also hits for 5. And he, changing positions, fumbles his attack because he would have to get too far away from the party. make effective use of the bubble, Dust runs in with his special move. Hey, little girl. Which is resolved on this superpower meter here. A 6 on the superpower meter does an additional 20 points of damage, but does not activate the superpower taunt power. So that's 30 points of damage, but no taunt. Which means it's waves of apathy coming your way, folks. Right after this message from this guy.
Hey there, I'm Chad the Alcoholic, and the creator of the Friday Morning Nameless channel. I'd like to welcome you to join us for the latest and greatest and most up-to-date information about all the things happening in this corner of the internet. I want to thank you for your time and your attention.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fight with Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fight with apathy, where apathy has been taken down 40 hit points by the initial attacks of the party, but was not successfully taunted and will be executing the waves of apathy attack, as demonstrated as you can see on this overlay card here. The waves of apathy sap the party of vital life energy for 10 damage if they fail to make a savings throw of 15 or more. Given there's no active bubble in play, that savings throw is a 15. As the waves of apathy come at the party. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, a 13 for the social. A 13 for the heart, 17 for Lenny and wisdom, and a 10 for Dust. That means only Lenny is not affected by the waves of apathy, and the rest of the party is taking... I guess you called that one, didn't you, Lenny? Look, it just the power of his will, perhaps, helped the savings throw make it. Everybody else, however, is taking 10 points of damage. That brings Dust down to 110. Joseph down to 50, and Magic also down to 50, which brings us to the next round, where the players of the party decide that Chad is scary. Magic, Joseph, Dust, and Lenny, please let me know if you would like to use your regular or power moves for this round in your fight against apathy. Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. Get yourself a stylish Shadow Cabal hoodie in the description of this video and others on this channel. We got a special heal coming in from Magic, special power attack coming in for Dust, another attempt at the taunt. Ooh, we got a power bubble in play coming with Lenny's special. And also, yes, I'm also generous with the positioning of the social flame fireballs, Joseph. We have the entire party is unloading everything they have in this fight. We'll resolve these one at a time then, since everybody's using special moves. Since the wisdom modifier affects everyone else in the party. We'll put the bubble in play first. Everyone in this bubble for the rest of their rolls will be receiving. That is a 1 to 4, 5 to 10, a +3 bonus to all the other rolls in this fight. No. Wrong button. Yeah, make that. What just happened? We already rolled that one. Let's get Magic's heels off, shall we? What? Brown 25 from Uranus Corp. What? Maybe. I don't know what that means. All right, so the heels for Magic special move. Oh, wait, hold on. You have one less bubble. No. There it is. One less. Okay. with the Magic's +3 is a 19. Bring us 60 hit points for everybody. Bring everyone back to full. Joseph to 60. Magic to 60. And he was fine. And Dust back to 120. Dust with his power attack this round. Wait, no, you have to. Dust with the power attack this round. 11 +3 is 14. Does not push us up into the next, but it does taunt, meaning there won't be another waves of apathy coming from him, and 40 additional points of damage, bringing the apathy down to 10 with that power attack. Does. And which makes this really bad for him, because the social flame coming in for the sick burn, thanks to Joseph Ward. The 7 +3 is a 10, kicking it up into the third 20 hit point bonus, plus the default 40 of the social flame is 60 points of damage, putting apathy to crispy rest. And you used one, and you used one, and you used two, and I forgot to take it out last time. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Toasty apathy, burnt to a crisp. So faced. Okay, guys. Oh, this I don't know. I have. It's so this is.
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
No, sir. It's I just hope that everybody feels that a little virtually less alone than they would otherwise. This is the Monster Party. It's a work in progress. No, I don't know what I need, Magic. It's been too long, and I lack discipline, and I don't want to give up on it, and so I needed to work on it, and then thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Especially to Lenny, Joseph, Magic, and Dust, who helped make this all possible. Good night. I hope you have a wonderful week.